Hello, this is Team Berlin, in charge of the bus scheduling software, and let's run it. So here's the logo that the team came up with, and here's the name, 316 Berlin Spring 2018. That's the name of the project, and there are so many fixes that we have came up with, and we'll go through each one of them. So first was splash screen, which you've just seen. It changed. It was a yellow with a bus behind it, and that was the logo. And as you can see here, down here, this is the new logo of the team of the project, and you can also see here that yellow one. That's the new logo of the entire software. And some fixes here. These, if you press here, for instance, these were like in Spanish, like import node, and these were converted to English, same as this. So if you press here, and these messages here, it was also in Spanish. All these were in Spanish, and it was converted to English, and everything here, including these, were changed to English. And you will go through one by one, all of them. And that was one improvement that the team came up with. There's one more here. Yeah, and then with another fix that the team came up with was the minimization of the system. So if you minimize here, look at that. That actually minimizes instead of terminating the entire system, and you can even resize it. And this is a very good news in terms of business, because if you have a software that if you press the minimization button and it terminates, that's very bad news, because if a customer uses it and it terminates all their progress, and they'll be very mad. So this is a real big improvement that we have done implemented to the project. Another improvement that we have done, or at least we tried to came up with, was the tour duration calculation, which would have been coming in here in resources, and unfortunately that was not something that the team could have accomplished given the time of the sprint. Maybe by the second sprint we will get there. So tour duration calculation would be here. And one more thing, the final and the most important fix was the terminate. So in the previously, if you press the terminate button, it would close the window, but the software behind the screen would still run. And again, that's a bad news in terms of business, because you really want, if a customer closes the window, they really mean it. And if there's something still running in the behind, that would mean private stuff going on that the customer did not intend to go, that the customer intended to terminate. So let's try it here. We terminate it, and it gives me this message. You can either do this or not. We just close it, and it successfully completes. And you can see the red button is not here. So now let's go to the sprint backlog and see what we've accomplished and what we have not. So this is how the sprint backlog looks, and we'll come back to it later. But before that, let me just say the contributions of the team members. So Honky, he contributed in he was in charge of the finding splash screen and locating it and changing it to display the new logo. And Christina was in charge of creating the logo for the program and in charge of fixing panels, menu pop-ups, menu items which are not using English or displaying symbols correctly, as they have shown here in the demonstration. And Michael was in charge of minimizing and resizing the screen, and also helping with splash screen displaying. And Solomon was in charge of coming up with the name, which you've seen in the beginning, and also in charge of the tour duration calculation. And Patrick was in charge of locating and fixing the terminate window. So with that, here's the sprint backlog, and here are all the stories, user stories, and from all of them, we got done with 85% of them, besides the charcoal calculation, which was not done because of the time constraint. And here are all the tasks which the team has successfully completed. Here we go. So I hope this demonstration was helpful. Thank you for watching.